Hello everyone, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 12th episode in my Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. In the last episode, I had cleared out several structures kind of behind me, got this fortress up and running. I've got one more to clear here, this ancient ruins. I guess more or less the last episode, a lot of it was about this army right here, my King's Main army, just kind of rampaging through this area and clearing out a whole bunch of treasure sites. Also, of note, is that this city over here, Ericast, is now producing knights full-scale production. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and click the infinity button there, because that's pretty much what I want that city to be doing for the rest of the game. I might want to build walls out there sometime, but actually, you know what? Speaking of that, I really should send some archers out to defend that city. It's kind of out there by itself. So this city should be fine for now, and it's producing its own archers. I'll go ahead and queue up a few more. Poison Domain, I'm in the process of casting. And I can go ahead and dismiss this. Now, one thing, actually a couple things people pointed out in the comments I wanted to address here. First off, someone has suggested that I go and clear the ziggurat behind me, and there's also another structure here, a mythical structure that I could clear, a lost city, and while I would love to have the items in those, I don't know if I want to pull this army that far away from the front line just in case they're needed up here. It might be okay, but I'm afraid of, what I'm worried about is the orcs sending their army down and across this bridge. If they did that, they could mess up a lot of stuff in my territory really fast. Now, there's nothing to guarantee that my army would be able to hold off a full invasion from that direction either. I could get outnumbered very quickly. There's no easy way for me to guard that bridge. It's not set up like this one is, where I got a point there and I can defend with 3 units. I can't do that on this bridge. So, having this army here is no guarantee of safety, but it makes me feel a little safer. The other thing is that this structure back here, I don't have any cities or anything that can take advantage of it right now. I could build another one, or I could put a fortress there. Well, actually, you know what? I have a builder right here that I haven't really done anything with. So maybe that is actually a good idea. I didn't think about that. I could just build another fortress there like I did with these structures here. I suppose I will do that. Producing knights here now, I should be able to, and having more archers in this city, I should be able to muster a decent army with all the units in my cities to be able to repel an invasion from this direction if I absolutely have to. And I do have these archers down here too. So actually, you know what? I think I am okay. I may as well at least go see what's in that structure and then go back and get it. I'll probably send one of those archers over on the next turn to take a peek. Now, I did notice that these penguins are probably going to take the city. Not much I can do about that. I'll just have to get it right back. Godwinton can discuss a joint offer. And, man, do I want to do that? I mean, right now they've got a decent defense in there on their own. They'd at least put up a fight if the enemy attacked. Plus they got this stack here. I guess I have to look at the city and think what I could do with it. And to be honest, there isn't really anything specific that city would be really great at doing. I kind of just need it for its resource generation. I can make decent pikemen because of the ancient ruins, but my other cities over here... No, I guess what I mean to say is that the city can already make pikemen because of that ancient ruins. Although human halberdiers are, I suppose, better. So, I don't know. I suppose that once I have some units up there to actually defend the city, then maybe I'll purchase it. But for now, I'm actually going to wait on that, just because when you make a vassal city your ally, all these units will disappear, and you'll be solely responsible for its defense. Alright, one last thing to go over on this turn. Dragon City has a quest for me. I will do anything for these dragons. They want me to slay some giants, and I am happy to do that for them. So I'm going to accept that quest. And knowing that I'm going up against giants, I believe my hunters have Giant Slayer. So I think they'd be pretty good at taking them out. Yep, Giant Slayer. So I'm going to want to get a lot of hunters in that battle. And I have one here, and I have a couple of them in this army. Would probably like to have a few more. So I'm going to end up actually sending these archers to help this army fight. And I might pull these archers back from the front line to do the same, because they could hit those haste berries on the next turn. Alright, that sounds like a plan. So let's go ahead and see what the orc does. Of course, if something does show up on the front line, I will have to attend to that right away, but I think I can go away for a little while and be okay. I'm pretty sure he's actually probably mounting his defense. What was that noise? It looks like a structure or something was raised. There's smoke coming from over here. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, and guess what, everybody? I have my first knight. Let's go ahead and take a look at his stats here. All the normal knight abilities, plus Vigorous Mount, which gives free movement, fast healing, and high morale. All really good things to have. So they're just naturally always going to be a little happier than my other units, which is good. Also, Dragon Slayer, Monster Slayer, those are all default abilities. 17 damage with Devastating Charge. This is just a really, really powerful, really tough cavalry. Love these guys. And he is going straight to the... Well, does he have Giant Slayer? He has Dragon Slayer and Monster Slayer, but not specifically Giant Slayer. I was thinking about having him go with these other units, but I think I'll stick with the archers. And he can go to the front line. Perhaps, actually, maybe I should send him southward. I would need a mix of units, though, more than just him. I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out later. For now, I'll send him up with this army. And I suppose if they do attack me, if they pull their armies out of this city, they might not do that anyway, because they would know that while they would maybe get this city and have to still fight for it, I would get their capital largely undefended. So even if we both traded places and crossed the river, they would lose more. I have more to gain from that happening. So I guess defending this bridge right now is fine. So that's just one more reason for this army to go after that ziggurat and try to get some good treasure back there. First things first, let me grab this here. And it doesn't really matter what shows up in these ruins at this point. My army's probably going to crush them. Okay. Pull them over to the side here. And try to get the jump on them. My hunters could one-shot those archers if they get 3 shots off. Also, I should be able to get my Storm Sister to level up in this battle. I think. Maybe not. She's got to have like 30 experience. Okay, so they are going to come running after me. Trolls there, and I can do quite a bit of damage to them, but I could do quite a bit more if I get them to let their guard down, so that's what I'm going to do. Neither of those spiders can teleport, so I'm safe there. I can back this unit up, and I'm going to have one of my tougher units in the front line. Probably this giant snake, actually, would make sense. So let's have him sit right up front, right here rather. And I'll put my spider here. And I want to just kind of make sure my other units are out of range of those spiders so nothing gets webbed and kind of messes things up. Okay, everybody's out of range of everything except for the snake, so I'm good. Oh, he didn't actually attack the snake. That's interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna have to just try to go after them. Now with these trolls, they regenerate health in between each combat round, so you want to kill them quickly if you can. The spiders, odds are they're going to try to web something on the first turn anyway, so I can kind of let them go for now. If I can kill the troll, I will have enough units to take out the spiders too. I would probably opt to move my Storm Sister here, and let's take the spider around back. And it's only a 45% chance, but I'm going to try to web them. Okay, they did resist. Spider got a level though, so not all bad. I'm going to go ahead and just try to outright kill them. Just should be able to do these guys, or my hunters should finish them off. My king won't, but the hunters will. They should be able to wreck this thing. Yep, okay, no problems there. I will have my king target the nearest red spider baby. And snake can finish them off. Just straight up eat them. And I'm going to try to web the other spider baby for an opportunity. And I was hoping I could use that as an opportunity to give my Storm Sisters a little more experience. In retrospect, should have let them have the kill on the troll. Okay, they can at least still get the kill on the spider. Before I do that, always want to heal whenever you have the chance, so just a nourishing meal for them will get them back to full health. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So they get a little experience, not as much as I should have gotten them. I should have prioritized getting the kill on that troll. Jewel of Forgotten Revival. This, I believe, increases health regeneration. Currently I have high morale and fire protection. I think I'll keep those. I'll send this to someone else who needs it. Scroll through my heroes here. The Necromancer could use it. The Theocrat doesn't really need it because of all our healing abilities. And I guess the Dreadnought could use it. I'll give it to the Dreadnought. Actually, you know what? I'll give it to my Tigran. She's going to have a few battles of her own soon. She's going to have to take down those giants. Okay, King did level up, so I get 5 points. I have to decide carefully what to spend them on. I have a decent balance of defense and resistance, so I don't really need that. I could probably use more range strength, since my king is primarily an archer. I don't see any other things. I guess inflict bleeding wounds would be good. So what I'd do is I'd bump up and get one more range strength, and then I'll go ahead and take inflict bleeding wounds. That would be alright. Now these hunters cannot reach those penguins, sadly. They can get back to the city to defend it if anything else shows up. And I'll bet this group could actually go take out that Eldritch Pit, because it's going to be full of things that I'm strong against. So actually we'll probably go that way on the next turn. But for now, I need to take out these penguins before they take my fortress, and I'm going to have to use this army to do it because they're right here. I might be able to befriend one of them and use it to explore. I'll have my king launch combat. He has more movement points than anyone else. Alright, and here come hordes of penguins. I wonder where the hero is that's associated with this March of the Penguins event, or whatever it is. Alright. They can't hit anything except for the king and the Storm Sisters. I don't mind if they hit the snake. So I'll let them get a little closer so everybody gets a good number of shots off on them. They can hit the spider too if they want. Matter of fact, probably better to have them all let their guard down if possible, and just keep the archers and range units in the back. So now this one can reach that spider. This one can reach that spider. They can each reach one of my tougher units, which they're not going to do any damage to anyway. There we go. And that one for some reason just didn't feel like... I guess he saw what happened to the others. Actually, I suppose I can't blame him. The penguin has 14 health left. He'll actually hit me once, but that's good. That's more experience. If you can manage it. There we go. She's got to be getting kind of close. 96 out of 110. So now what I want to do is try to web a few of these guys. And he resisted. Let's try to web this one. Okay, at least we got one. Hunters should just decimate these guys. And my king can try to befriend these ones over here. There we go. And the shock serpent really doesn't have anything to do, so I'll have it just kind of hang out. Alright. Now, let's... Oh, you know what? I should have... One of the other things that I need to do is test how units gain XP. And now might be a good time to do it. I do know that... Well, let's test this first. I had heard that hitting a unit that's stunned or webbed, or just otherwise stuck, doesn't actually give you any experience points. So I'm going to intentionally hit this unit once. I shouldn't kill it. It won't unless I get a critical hit. Let's look at my experience. I currently have 96. Strike once. I now have 98. So hitting a unit that is webbed does still give you a small amount of experience, at least 2. I'll have the hunters defend, and I do need to heal these guys. So I'll actually use healing on them. Alright. Now they have 98. And this thing is a tier 2? No, that's going to be a tier 1 unit, yeah. Alright, let's see how much XP I get from the kill. I should get 2 from the melee strike. And then a certain amount for the actual kill. So I'll have to check that. Alright, so the Storm Sisters they got 2 which bumped up, 2 which bumped them up to 100, and then apparently 3 for killing the tier 1 penguins. I need to test the difference between melee and range attacks to see if there's any difference in terms of how much XP you get for using those. The next battle might not be a good one to test that in, because it's going to be tougher units, but I don't know, we'll see. Opportunity might arise. Okay, so following what I was discussing earlier, I feel safer pulling away from the front line here, because, like I said, if they come through here, I'm just going to rush their capital with these armies, which will now include knights. I got this penguin guy, so he's going to actually go back and help this army out for now. And he'll help them charge to take out that Eldritch Pit. And then I'll probably put him on the river and have him go explore behind enemy lines a little bit. I like using penguins as scouts. I got Arctic Empire. I need summon Zephyrbird. I'll research that, but that's not really what I want. It should lead me to what I want, because again, it's a strategic spell in the air magic category. But yeah, just Zephyrbird is something I should get a lot earlier than this. There are some games it just doesn't seem to come along anytime soon. Godwinton offers a tribute. I get 216 gold or a small army. I'm actually going to take a small army because I feel like for one thing, I can afford it. I have plenty of gold. So we'll see what they give me. That's actually a pretty decent small army. That's 4 tier 1 unit, but you know, that's still better than what I thought. Sometimes you get like 2 civic guards. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just have them defend there, actually. They can maybe help these units defend this city if the time comes. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. These guys are going to continue on and meet up with this army to go slay some giants. That ought to be fun. And then, as I discussed a moment ago, I'm going to send the builder back up. I'm not going to use those haste berries because he's in no hurry, but I'm going to send the builder back up towards that ziggurat. See if I can get that stuff in my territory. Alright, yeah, and then they can all meet up on the cave entrance. Should get there at pretty close to the same time. I don't really remember what I was doing with this pikeman. I guess maybe I was sending him up to this city over here? Who knows? This city down here could probably use Nah, its defense is fine. I don't need to worry about anything until this one's got a little more defense in it. Dwarf Deep Guard down here still exploring. Doing a pretty good job. Grab that. Oh my goodness, that wyvern popped out of nowhere. That must have cave concealment. Yes, it does. Okay, did not see that, but I don't think it matters. I can take those haste berries and get out of here. Before I do, let's use up as much movement as I can. So just want to make sure I leave enough for me to get back to the haste berries. And that's just enough. And now with that, I'll go this way. Follow these caves. Surprised he hasn't expanded more down here. It's interesting. Doesn't look like this road goes anywhere. Kind of a dead end. So hopefully those animals don't follow me this direction. Okay, check through these. City of Edoras produced a siege workshop. So I'm going to take that off of infinite merchandise production. And I'm going to... Oh yeah, this was going to be a siege production city. So I'm going to build a master's guild here. Actually, I could build a storehouse in one turn. I'll do that. Alright. Godwin can discuss joint offer. Again, not interested right now. And Edoras grew into a city. Okay. Cool. And then I should be able to cast Poison Domain on the next turn, which will also help if I get invaded. What in the world? What are these guys doing running around here? Oh, it's the penguin event. Oh, you know what? I need to defend that city better. Okay. Here's what I need to do. I forgot, with that March of the Penguins event going on, potentially all of my cities are vulnerable, including this one, which looks like it's about to be attacked. So, I need to mount defense for my cities. Man, which means my archers are stretched thin. I really need hunters everywhere right now to deal with these animals popping up. Oh my gosh. Look at this. They are making a charge. Now, the important thing that I need to figure out here... That is a... My gosh, that's a big army. Okay, what have we got? Let's calm down and take a good look at this. 3 shock troopers and a phalanx. And a war breed. A scout. There's 5 tier 3s in that army. Right there on the front line. Got these guys. A few heroes. They got a bunch of heroes. They have got just about everything in this battle. And Jerwak the Loyal. Is he their king? I think he's actually their king. Yes, he is, because he's got this gold outline around him. So their king is in this battle, or he will be if they decide to attack. These guys have walking, cave crawling, mountaineering, but not water walking. None of those guys have water walking except the scout. The elementals have floating, so they can cross water. These elementals have floating, so that's a scout, 3 elementals. I don't see their Manticore Rider. So they could potentially get a scout and 3 elementals to help out on the water, plus whatever other units they send at me. That would actually be a pretty challenging battle. I can get a knight there on this turn, and I'm going to do that. But, these polar bears might take this city. And alternatively, they could send some of their floating units over here to take this city, which would divert some of the attention of my units here. One thing's for sure, I need this group to start heading northward, and I have to take this group away from what I was going to have them do and send them northward as well. I think if they hit those haste berries first, they'll actually move faster. But yeah, I'm going to need all hands on deck up there as soon as I can. The other thing, though, is that I'm trying to defend against all these penguins at the same time and go after the dragons by killing those... or try to befriend the dragons by killing those giants. So I'm stretched a bit thin in terms of my resources right now. There's just too many things that I'd like to be doing. I'll continue and try to build a fortress with this. This penguin event is really causing me problems. I hope it's causing him problems too. I can't see what's going on behind his lines. Okay, this army down here, the city isn't anything particularly special. So I would like to use them. You know what? Check this out. I can get a lot of hunters up way up north really fast. Faster than I could get any other group up there. Because these guys would take a little while. I wonder if they could reach... No, they can't quite reach the polar bear. The hunters in this group could, but I'm definitely not taking anything away from that group right now. They need all the firepower they can get. So, one way or another, I'm going to want my knight right here. These guys down here are going... You know, that's just going to have to... I'm just going to have to risk leaving that unguarded, because honestly, the fairy city here isn't the most important thing to me right now. So I'm going to take all the hunters that are here and start sending them up to this front line. Might be overcompensating a bit, but they'll be able to reach it on the next turn, and should also be able to help out with these polar bears if they take that city. I think I could get it right back because, well, that'd be really easy. They're just... Yeah, and the city's not doing anything tremendously important either, so... Yeah, I could get that back pretty easily. I'm just glad they're not going after this city. That'd be a lot harder to defend. In the meantime, I need to get... First, I need to make sure there aren't penguins showing up on my borders. And I want to send one hunter off in the direction of this city. Possibly two. Probably two. Yeah. I'll send a couple of them out here. Just in case a small group of penguins show up. They'd be able to keep them from taking that city, because that would disrupt night production, and that would be really bad. Union Guard can stay where he's at, and this city will continue producing archers. I think it's fine. And then that should allow me, other than the exception of these little jerks, you know, I think 2 hunters could take them all out. And then I could take the rest of them down there with me and kill the giants. I'm going to try to do that. Of course, my king can also cast spells to help out, but he is casting Poison Domain on this turn. And I don't... Oh, yeah, I want to cast it on this city. Okay. Close. Alright, so that should affect the armies in these spaces, the longer they stay there. Oh, I did have a few items arrive, so I may as well equip some things. Right, my druid got a quiver. That's really nice. Adds poison damage to my attacks. Very good. And this diadem went to the dreadnought. Yep. There we go. Domain invasion, so this city's going to be a little grumpy for now. That's fine. Godwin can discuss joint offer. Again, more valuable having them have those units there right now. I was producing Union Guards here for some reason. I'm sure it was a good one. Probably to help deal with penguin invasion. I'll send him north. Edoras is done building things for now. Alright. So I'm going to try to use 2 hunters to take this thing out. This group of penguins. And if they succeed, I think I'm just going to have them stay in that city. I'll probably build a wooden wall, and then they'll be able to defend it from any animal attacks. It says closely matched, but I have 20 casting points, so I think I'll be okay. My hero could cast something. And I don't even know if I'll need it, to be honest. I can actually stay out of range of those penguins and kill these ones here pretty easily. Oh yeah, this battle's gonna be over real quick. Oh yeah. They won't even touch me. They won't even get to me. I might have been able to even do this with 1 hunter. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Those poor penguins. I love hunters. In the right situation, they're amazing. Alright, and like I said, I'll have them stay here, because I don't really want the city to get captured while I'm gone. And we'll build a wooden wall to help them defend, which the city has a ton of production. It can actually do that in one turn, so that's kind of nice. I don't necessarily need the initiate in this battle. That's not going to really do me much good. Well, you know what? There's no reason not to bring it along, I suppose. So let's get this group all bunched together. Actually, you know what? I'll have the initiate go help them defend that city over there, because I don't think she's going to make much of a difference in the giant battle. That one's going to be all about these hunters. Hopefully it's not like a whole bunch of giants. I'm thinking maybe 2 I might be okay. The only problem is if they have a stone throwing giant, it could smash the hunters with boulders from a range, and that would be a problem. But we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Again, these guys here, maybe it would be better for them to actually go pressure their capital city. I didn't think about that. I don't know, what would be the fastest way to get them up here? They would be able to arrive in roughly 3 turns. Something like that? Yeah, 3 turns. That might be a little too late, but if I apply pressure down at this point, because it's fairly obvious that the bulk of their army is right there, or I could even go after this city over here, which may even be even less defended. So I think that's what I'm going to do with my army now. Just put pressure on them at another location. Still can't believe they came up with all those units that fast, but I guess I am up against an Emperor computer, so shouldn't be surprised. Alright, the animals apparently didn't follow my dwarf over here, so I'm going to try to sneak him back down, and hopefully he doesn't have lava walking like a dwarf forge priest would. So I just need to find a different path for him to go. Maybe he can help out with the giants over here. Don't see any animals. So it might be okay. Alright, and these guys, well, really all they can do is go explore in the water somewhere, so that's what I'm going to have them do. Or help this unit defend. I think they'd be better off out exploring. These guys aren't really much of a defend the base kind of unit. He can stay there simply because I don't have anything better for him to do. I'll probably try to reinforce him with some hunters as soon as I can spare them. Okay. Alright. Let's see if they decide to attack. If they do, I think I'll be in pretty good shape, but I don't know. They've got a lot of high-tier units, and I've got a lot of low-tier units that are good, but not the best. At the very least, it looks like they're going to try... Oh, they're embarking. Oh, nuts. They found my dwarf. Okay, well, just going to do auto combat on that one. Yeah, he's dead. Poor dwarf. Goodbye. Very likely defeat. They are... Okay, those animals went after my... Oh, gosh. Okay. The Frostling Druid, the main army of the Frostling Druid, he's at level 15, by the way, has decided to attack a group of 4 hunters. I'm gonna do this in manual combat. See if I can take this jerk out. He should have some pretty good items. Alright, how do I want to do this? I almost want to rush the penguins right off the bat. The polar bear's got decent range, but he wouldn't be able to hit me from here. So let's see if I can take... Oh, no, wait. You know what? I can't quite get to him. Alright, that's fine. Let's see. What else? What kind of terrain advantages can I get here? I think this area over here might be kind of defendable. I can get all the way behind these rocks. Yeah, I just need to find cover and try to use it to my advantage as best as I can. He's going to give his unit Savage Rage, as if they need it. And I should have taken the opportunity to fight kind of a retreating action here. Those penguins can't really get to me. The bear can, but... and I can just barely reach the bear. Let me, I'm going to try this technique. I'm going to move these units out here, see if I can lure the bear in this direction. Because the penguin's got to wrap around that fence. It might take, well, no, because there's a hole in the fence there. I was hoping it would take a more inconvenient route. But let's try this approach. Once that bear comes within range, you should be able to slaughter that thing. Okay, good. The penguin stopped in a good spot. Now, it's these druids back here. Well, they are going to take a nasty hit from that Yeti. And I don't know that there's anything I can do to stop that. Let's see how much damage I could do to that polar bear. I could kill it. I might leave these archers on defense. And target these guys towards that Yeti. No, they can't really hit it very well. Actually, it would be better to put them there and defend and have these ones shoot the Yeti because they'll get a direct line of sight. As far as the polar bear goes, I think these true groups could deal with it. However, the Yeti could attack them too, so I don't want them to get flanked. Shooting at this angle, I don't think they will, but the penguin might finish them off too. And I need to keep as many of my units alive as possible, so that's also a problem. Then again, if they're going to charge these units, they're going to have to run right past a different hunter, and they'd at least take an attack of opportunity. With these people positioned here, if I move these ones over here, of course, that would also open them up to a flank attack, so an awful lot of decisions here. Okay, here's my move. These guys go here, put them on defense. These guys step back one space. These ones fire 3 shots at the polar bear. Okay, the polar bear will actually die in 1 more shot. That's kind of what I was hoping. So maybe I take these guys off of defense. No, I want to leave them on defense right there, because the Yeti can only hit them once from that spot. And while they'll do a decent amount of damage, it won't be enough to kill them in 1 shot. I definitely want to kill that bear. And I can probably, I think, kill the penguin too. Yes, I can do that. Let's do that. Kill the bear and kill the penguin. Okay, that's 2 units down, and the Yeti can't flank anything. Now another spell incoming could do it, but he's just going to keep casting Savage Rage on stuff. Okay, and they didn't do anything very useful. Alright, I want to look and see what kind of spells I've got. Oh, I have Twisting Roots. I could have cast that. But I might not need it now. I'm actually beginning to think I will win this battle anyway. Those penguins are just a bit too far away to do anything about most of my units here. They can only go down so far. So they can't reach these hunters. They could reach these hunters, but I'm pretty sure I can get those hunters out of there. So let's do this. Back them up. Whoa! My goodness, those Yetis dropped like flies. Okay, that penguin there can't reach me. And I can back this guy up and he'll be safe. And he can actually target that penguin. Oh wait, you know what? Why am I doing that? I can get a little more aggressive now. There we go. Okay, all of your animals are dead, pal. Now what do you do? And I've only taken 1 hit. Oh wait, I should keep them in the back, probably, because they're the injured ones. Alright, looks like he's not very happy. He's just going to charge right at me, which is perfect. He's got Call Lightning. He will probably use that. I don't know if it has a chance to stun. The lightning deals splash damage, 1 hex radius, and can cause units to be stunned. Okay, that's an area effect attack that can cause stun. So I definitely don't want to let that hit me, if possible. I'm going to move up the archers that have more health, kind of keep them towards the front, but spread them out at least enough spaces away from one another that that lightning won't hurt them. I'm going to put him all the way up here, actually, and on defense. And if they're at least 2 spaces away, if the lightning hits, it's only going to hit one of them. So 1, 2, or 2 spaces between them, I guess is what I should say. Leave them here. Here should be good. And put the other ones, the more injured group, back here. So we'll see what he does. I got a feeling that he should... Okay, he's just gonna... Ooh, almost, pal. Alright. I would just love to flank attack him, but I don't know if I can. Actually, I could. And I don't have a very good line of sight from here, so I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to run all the way around. Like this. There we go. That's a decent flank attack. These guys can move over here. I won't get any more flank attacks on him. But I think the next several volleys of arrows should kill him anyway. So, move them up. Oh gosh, those guys just wrecked him. Sweet. I didn't even lose a unit there. Oh, this episode's like all about the hunters, I swear. These guys are doing amazing. Okay, theoretically, these guys drop pretty good items. Ooh, really, really good items. Oh, man. Okay. Night Vision, Overwhelm, Arctic Concealment, Frost Protection on the Bleak Warg. A longbow, fairly average shield, but that Icy Cloak of Shivers. Okay, every time an enemy unit performs a melee or touch attack against the enemy unit receives 5 frost damage and has a chance to be frozen. So this is going to want... I need to give that to a brawler. Also, the Helmet of Primal Instinct. I need to give that to a brawler too, my more tougher unit. And that's going to be none other than my Dreadnought. So I'm going to get rid of this. And probably actually send it to someone who doesn't have a torso item, which I think Theocrat or the King. King's usually not on defense, so... Or her. I think she already has Defender, though. That's right, she does. She started with it. So I'll give it to my other Theocrat. That way both of my Theocrats have Defender. That'll be easy to remember, so... Send that in the courier over there, and take... Oh, other thing, the headgear was going to her too. So, that... Undead Slayer, who wants Undead Slayer? Could ironically give it to my Necromancer, since he really probably wouldn't get that otherwise. I think Theocrat would. And my King could use it. Although I'm pretty sure Druids can get Undead Slayer too. Oh no, my King already has Undead Slayer. Okay. Yeah, I'll give Undead Slayer to my Necromancer actually, because I don't think he would otherwise get that ability. So send that to the Necromancer. And then down here I can send this item to the Dreadnought. And it looks like there's more stuff, but it's not all good. Okay, both those items went to the Dreadnought. A shield, a mount, a bow, and a fishing spear. The fishing spear, which I will probably just sell. You know what? One of my Theocrats has a mariner's helmet. Fishing spear is also a embarkation-related item, so I'll give that to her. The Oak Branch Bow. Who needs to do more range damage? I actually kind of like the idea of giving that to this unit to give her an alternative to Spirit Magic. I think that would come in handy. So I'll give that to her. Plus, got that in this upcoming battle, which looks like it's going to be a defend the city type of battle. and I'm going to need all the help I can get because I'm vastly outnumbered. Man, I almost wish I'd have taken this army and just gone straight up with them, because I still don't know if they'd have made it in time. I wonder if there's actually a way I could attack. No, the way they have their units positioned is pretty much perfect. I can't isolate any of them. No matter what I do, I'd be attacking a group of at least 3. Alright, anyway, need to find a hero that doesn't have a shield, right? The Necromancer. Yeah, pretty much just the Necromancer. Okay. So this shield can go to the Necromancer, and that's right, the Mount was the other one. Who needs a Mount? She's already got that Hellhound, which gives fire protection, which is nice for a Frostling. Dreadnought's got... Well, maybe I need to actually see what this thing does. I got a feeling that Mount would be really good for my Dreadnought. Night Vision, Overwhelm, good. Arctic Concealment, okay. Frost Protection, alright. Having Overwhelm alone, I think, would be good for the Dreadnought, so I'll send that to her, and then she can send the Wyvern that she has to a different hero. Probably that Tigran Theocrat. I think I like that. Yep, that'll work. Lots of items moving around this next turn. And hopefully that, for the most part, takes care of these penguins running around everywhere. We'll see. Now I'm in a tough spot, though. I don't know if I can hold this city, to be perfectly honest. This is going to be hard. Now, these units are all taking poison damage, so that's a nice advantage for me. This poison domain is really going to help out. I can only assume that they're going to cast Dread Siege now at any time. So I want Dispel, and ironically Summon Zephyrbird just became available, but I need Dispel, because normally when a Warlord attacks, they come with Dread Siege, and that could really mess me up, because that would ruin all my units' morale, and I'm going to have to try to get rid of that. In fact, I really need the more higher level Dispel. Knowing what's coming, I need everyone at the front line, so I can't spare resources to defend this city from a threat that I can't see. Even if there might be penguins out here, I have to put all my eggs in one basket at this point. I need to hold my ground over here. And it's looking, because of the way they're embarking across the river, like they're just going to try to go around me, which means that I have to get back and defend and actually sit on my city with my units on this turn. The nice thing is, these archers can join them, so that helps. As a matter of fact, now that I look at it, I'll have a stack of 3 units on that wall anyway. Or, I'm sorry, 3 stacks of units on that wall anyway. And that's the most I can hope to defend with at any given time. They could attack me with more, but I can't get 4 armies on defense because of the way the triangle formation works. So I can pull these hunters up. I'm going to pull these units back. And I can bring these hunters up, which actually they really need to have the Theocrat with them. Actually, the Theocrat needs to be with the Knight, actually, because of that Sacred Arms buff. So she needs to be with the Knight. Any hunters who aren't injured can go to a different army. So like him can go here. Anyone who is either injured or can make use of Sacred Arms, I want to be with Bridget the Peaceful. And that would include the Snake. And then I can take this hunter out. And any other tough melee unit. I guess the Elephant would make sense. The rest of my units are range, so... and I have that Knight on the way too. Man, they are really just outright rushing me right now. However, with all these units, I mean, I'm going to have 6 archers on that wall. Plus the Storm Sisters. Plus a longbowman. And the heroes with range attacks as well. I should do pretty well defending that city, no matter what they throw at me. And maybe even if they threw all that at me at once, which they might do, that would be a pretty crazy city defense battle. These units, what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to take the halfway point between these two options. I want to leave them somewhere in the middle here where they're in range of both cities. And because they're hunters, because of the druid upgrades that I have, they have 40 movement points by default. Plus, because they're hunters, they have Arctic walking. So I can afford to move them like here. And they should be able to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll put them kind of like... That's more road along that route though. So this spot here is perfect for them. I'll have them camp there and then they can go to either city as needed. Okay. Back to this group here. I'm going to send her down with those other units, I think. Well, they're already a little ways ahead of her. Maybe not. I could probably have her join the hunters, but she can't move through the snow like they can. Nah, I'll have her go sit out here in this city. She can help the hunters defend if something sneaks up on it. Well, I got a goblin warlord, but I don't particularly care for a goblin warlord. Because goblins tend to be a little more... Well, I don't know. I guess they just do have a little bit less health. And I wouldn't mind having a goblin hero for being in the underground. So you know what, I'll go ahead and take that. That's fine. She's probably going to have a lot of points to spend. Got 20. So as you can see, goblins start with 45 health as opposed to 50. So less than default, but I can easily make up for that. I'm going to pretty much put everything into her health. And then some into resistance. And got 3 points left. So what else do I want? Martial arts is one of my favorite things to have. And let's do a melee strength. Okay, so that buffs her up into fighting shape. Don't know what I will do with her. Probably have her join this army. She's probably going to end up going underground. Actually, I'm going to send her that way now. Have her go underground. She can be more of an underground hero. The Tiger and Theocrat will do a decent job at that too. That city down there is fine. Now another thing, I'll leave this unit here because I can keep making archers. I just want to kind of make sure I have reinforcements in line for this city if it needs it. I completely forgot this city's down here. I don't want to invest in Nightshade Hollow. That's a 200 gold investment. Not until I have some units to defend that city. So that's actually probably where the next group of hunters is going, is to get back down here and defend this city so that I can... You know what? I have enough money. I'll just go for it. I can't afford to wait. How much do I have out here? Just one pikeman. I'll send another pikeman. Because again, like I said, I can afford it. And I'll send a hunter from this city. And I will build another pikeman in there. I think it's already building one. And I'll take one hunter from this city. They can all hit this haste berries at the same time. This is in a really convenient spot. And then I can get them down here. So they'll be able to get to that city and defend it on the next turn. Hunters can, of course, go out a little bit further ahead. And that'll take care of any animals that come. This city finished the walls, so back to producing things I can't afford, apparently. Flow Rock Citadel. That'll help me build better siege units, so I'll just get that now. And this army here, continue south. Wait, let me make sure I take the right path to the dragons here. I don't want to screw this up. Where are they? I think they're... Okay, they're closer to the middle of the map in the underground. So the quickest route there is going to actually be a really bizarre, out-of-the-way route. I'm going to have to cross over that bridge and everything. Almost just want to leave this Union Guard behind, but they'll still make it in time. He's just kind of slowing everybody down, but I'll still make it before 10 turns is over. And this wouldn't be able to get that structure in it, so I'll just put it here, and I could probably leave it as a wood fortress. I will need to have it wait a turn because I don't have enough money to build a fortress right now. An item did arrive, so I can add that to her. I know there's a domain invasion at Real already. Hopefully they don't all just like run past me and go after Godwin. That would result in kind of an annoying mess. Because the armies up there are fully stocked, I'm going to leave these guys down here near Godwin to help defend if I need to. I think they can help. I think they can participate in that defense battle. I don't know for sure, though. I've never helped a vassal city defend. And now the big question is, what do I do with this army? And I think the answer is just threaten them, but I'm afraid I might be underestimating the amount of units the warlord can have. I'm thinking up here they probably pulled everything, but down here I don't know. They might have a lot more stuff that they're building. Those guys don't really threaten me at all. They probably threaten the orcs more than me. Whoops. No, I can close that. So I think I will send these units over here. And it looks like they've got... Oh, they got 2 Manticore Riders sitting... They got 3 Manticore Riders sitting in their city, so they're building them pretty fast. But I'm also building units really fast. There is going to be some huge battles coming up. Now, if those 3 Manticore Riders attack this group, I think I would be okay. She's going to evolve in the middle of that battle, and as soon as she does, she'll get Inflict Stun. But I don't know what else they've got there, so I'm going to put these units back to... Well, actually, I can explore a bit further with my king, now that I think of it. Another Manticore Rider and 2 Orc Priests, so they got that city pretty well defended. So I definitely don't want to just go running in there with my king and his army, because that's 4 Manticore Riders, 2 Orc Priests, probably wouldn't come out of that battle in very good shape. Even the Manticore Riders alone kind of threaten me. So I'm gonna fall back and just kind of keep an eye on things. I'm tempted to send these units up this way, but since those Manticore Riders can see me, I'm afraid of all 4 coming out and attacking. I would probably do okay on defense, but it'd be a really messy battle and I'd lose more than I'd really want to. So I'm going to pull them back into my territory, tell them to wait, and just kind of keep an eye out. I got to count on my other armies up here to be able to take care of this problem. And if these guys attack this city, which I think they will because they'll think they can outnumber it, I can probably surprise them on defense with how deadly my archers are. Those units, again, stay there, help defend. Everyone else, stay where they are. I should have one more turn to get that knight in the battle and have time for those guys to heal, because some of the units will have to disembark and they'll be slow afterwards. Put those guys in camp, and that wraps up that turn. And I just hit the hour mark, so episode went a little longer than I wanted. But that's okay. I needed to take time to kind of sort through some of these issues and kind of decide what I'm going to do. So in the next episode, it looks like there's going to be a huge battle, but I'm afraid I don't have time to do that tonight. It's already 11:15 where I'm at, and I have to go to work tomorrow. So, and with those knights on the way, I think that makes me feel a little better too. Gosh, though, that's just a lot of units. Quick recap for anyone who's kind of counting units here and wants to offer their perspective on this. You can see these stacks here: 2 heroes, 2 spirit elementals, a phalanx, 3 war breeds, a raptor, Draconian raptor, orc mounted archer, and a warg, 3 shock troopers, 1 phalanx, a war breed, and a scout, 3 heroes. And this army has 2 spearmen, 2 priests, orc priests, a spirit elemental, and a phalanx. That's an awful lot of firepower. Excuse me, that's an awful lot of firepower. We will see what happens probably in the next episode. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and I will see you next time.